based organization, non-for-profit, so nobody that volunteers for us makes any money. We all have regular jobs and we foster dogs in our spare time. We save a life one dog at a time. So what you see on our poster boards is you see our different foster families. And we have probably around 30, 38 foster homes, so we can save 38 dogs at a time. Our dogs tend to last in our home maybe a day to a month. It usually happens pretty fast. We have a pretty lenient adoption process. But I want to let you know what happens to the dogs that don't get out of the shelter. When the shelter gets overcrowded, they can't fit any more dogs in. So they have to make a choice. And the choice has to be euthanasia. Does everybody know what that means? It means they have to kill the dog. So 5 million dogs die in the shelter every year because they don't have enough space. There's too many dogs out there. That's why it's important to spay and neuter our dogs and to keep our own dogs in your home safe with you and not let them run off leash. If they run off leash, they're going to be picked up by animal control. And then they're going to go to animal control and they're going to sit and they're not going to know how to contact you. So then that dog is at risk for dying. They have 8 days to find their owner. That's it. 8 days. A lot of people don't know that if they're missing their dog, they need to go directly to animal control. They cannot call. The people at animal control are regular workers. They're not necessarily animal lovers. So they really don't care what's in their shelter. But if you go there and you look in the shelter and you walk the aisles, you may find your dog. But you only have 8 days to do it. And then they get to make the decision because then they legally own that dog. Some rescues can come in and take dogs, and that's what we'll do. We get a kill list every week from multiple shelters. There's over 100 dogs on it. All of these dogs came off that kill list. They only had till Saturday for us to decide to take them. And if we have 38 foster homes, then we probably have a few chances to pull a couple of dogs. But it's only a couple of dogs out of 100. The rest of them die. Did everybody know that? To foster a dog with us, you just have to ask us. We provide you all of the equipment, the kennel, the dog food, the medical expense. All you do is provide that dog the shelter and the love. And then we take pictures and write up a story about the dog and we find it a home. So fostering's pretty easy and it's pretty fulfilling. So everyone can go home and talk to your parents if that's something that you want to do. And they have to be on board with it too. Let's see, what else were we going to talk about? We also microchip the dogs, and a microchip is a computer that helps you find your dog. And so all of our dogs are microchipped. It's about the size of a rice, and it has their own special number. It never duplicates. So if you have your own personal dog, you can get your dog microchipped, and so if it gets lost, the shelter will scan it and can call you then. That's how they will know that it's your dog. Okay? Do you have any questions? You way back there on the wall? I can't hear you. Yeah, that rarely happens, typically. You usually have to describe the dog prior to going back into the shelter to look for your dog. So, you know, that dog usually has a characteristic that you can definitely say that it's your dog. I did want to talk about breeds. Does everybody know what kind of breeds these dogs are? All right, you in the pink, you come on up here. Tell me what kind of dog that one is over there, the black one. Do you know what any of dogs are? A bull mastiff? Yeah, that's true. She has some mastiff in her. That's a good job. You have a good eye. That's awesome. Thanks.
Tell her what your mom does. Her mom runs a chick quick.
Oh, she had a, I was like, okay. What kind of dog do you think Bruce is? Boy in the white. A pit bull? Yeah, a lot of people think that. A lot of dogs are misrepresented by the pit bull. This, Bruce, is actually an American Bulldog. American Bulldogs are taller. They look like pit bulls, but they're a little bit taller. They're usually brindle or white. So he is definitely a mix, but his primary breed is American Bulldog. A pit bull is misrepresented. It's usually used for fighting. So if they are using a dog for fighting and throwing it into a pit, they can call it a pit bull. If you throw this dog into a pit, you can call it a pit bull. But if it's not thrown into a pit for fighting, then you should not call it a pit bull. You should call it a bull breed, an American Bulldog, an American Staffordshire Terrier, a Bulldog, a Boxer. You should really focus on what that dog truly is. Does everybody understand that? So we really want to thank you for letting us come in here. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned some things. And take home what you learned. Spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your families everything that you learned about rescue and why it's important. We're saving lives, and we just need to have more volunteers, more help out there to help us save lives. Okay, thanks everybody.